So we're going to do a video on Pisces rising, which is mutable water, being able to adapt to other people's ways of emotions and feelings, right? Being in the first house, which is the rising, and then the eighth house will be Libra, right? And this is the video on Libra in the eighth house, right? And so Libra being in the eighth house was initiating, creating new ways of communicating behind the scenes, secretive matters, and things you would say that are spoken in confidence, right? So with this being here, the ways that you communicate are tend to be transformative, right? But it's also behind the scenes in general, right? So Pisces tends to be a bit dreamlike, Neptunian at this point of time. Due to Neptune being in Pisces, that's a whole other aspect, a whole other video with your sign, with your rising. But yeah, like I say, Libra being here is initiating, creating new ways of communicating behind the scenes, secretive matters, things you speak in confidence, right? And ways that you speak behind the scenes could be, like you find new ways to communicate and about the ends of things, the death of things in a way. Another way to look at the eighth house is, like I said, transformation also is death. You see what I'm saying? When you go to sleep, you're putting death to that day. You see what I'm saying? Or putting death to that circumstance, and you're ready to start anew in a whole nother realm. You see what I'm saying? So, this is a whole nother aspect. Like I say, another time. It's a tangent, but you going to sleep, and you're putting everything to death that you did that day or that time period that you were awake. You see what I'm saying? Now you're going in a whole other state, and you'll come into the new realm with a whole other state. You see what I'm saying? But we're looking at the aspects of this first house, eighth house. We have the first house, the seed. You see what I'm saying? And the eighth house will be, the desire or the end of the trading. You see what I'm saying? The seventh house would be the relation to the seed, and the eighth house would be behind the scenes matter. But so you see what I'm saying? You would have like I was making the analogy in an earlier video. You have the substance being put in the jar, being sold. You see what I'm saying? Put in the jar, probably sixth house, being sold the seventh house. Eighth house would be, having those goods that you procured to trade for this. You see what I'm saying? That'd be the eighth house matter. You see what I'm saying? And then if you grew it yourself, there's a little bug. But if you grew it yourself, there'd be the aspect of you probably like indulging in it. You see what I'm saying? And this, this is the next house video, the ninth house, which would be the wisdom, knowledge, and experience of the circumstance. You see what I'm saying? If it was the substance, you'd be like, oh, okay, since I bought it this time, maybe now I know, and I spoke to this individual, seventh house type shit, with that sextile type shit. You have this individual speaking to the person who did grow it, and then they bought it from them, like with that eighth house, right? And now they have it in their possession. But now they have ninth house wisdom and knowledge and experience upon buying this substance. Now they know how to grow it themselves because they spoke to this individual seventh house. You see what I'm saying? That relation. But yeah, I was explaining earlier, Pisces being the mutable water, right? So this is also you think about this, is always going to be. If you think about it, the first, fifth, and the ninth house are always going to be the same element. The eighth, that's your fire houses, right? Then you have this being your technical water house, right? Your fourth, eighth, and your 12th. So with Libra being here in the eighth, it's a real close alignment to being that original house system with Aries, but it's the opposite. You see what I'm saying with Pisces? It's like the water is first instead of the fire. So it's a whole another aspect. You think about it being, Pisces, the water, then the fire, then the earth. You see what I'm saying? The third house would be earth, and then the fourth house would be the air. It's just like, well, not opposite. You see what I'm saying? Just like kind of they sort of say alpha and omega, right? And then that sixth house being your routine, and then that'd be your sextile with this eighth house. It would be fucking Leo. Yeah, you'd have a sixth house in Leo. Because you think about Cancer being your fifth house, right? Your first, fifth, and ninth would be water. So that means your next one would be fire, right? Your earth would be fire. So your routine is like the thing that you put on the stage, you see what I'm saying? And you want to have the sextile, right? You want to not really associate, maybe bring together another way to say it would be associate, but bring together your way of expressing your routine and your work and your things that you put on the schedule with these behind the scenes natures, right? You want to speak about what's difficult, maybe and transforming yourself to actually stay on the schedule and things of that nature, right? Then this 10th house would also be the other sextile, you see what I'm saying? And that's your career. And that would be the Sagittarius, right? Your 10th house being Sagittarius. Is this also about wisdom, 9th house deriving Sagittarius. It's also wisdom, knowledge, experience, and kind of like, I like to think of it as like a recollection or reminiscence of these events that have occurred, right? And that's the way you put yourself on, not really on the stage. I want to say put your status on the forefront. So like your blueprint, your way that you're seen, and your longevity of life, so to say. You want to communicate these behind the scenes natures with the wisdom and knowledge of your career. You see what I'm saying? It's like you have to, well, not have to. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but you want to bring these ways of relating these behind the scenes natures, 8th house, right, and Libra, with this wisdom and knowledge that you've procured over time due to this 9th house, your 10th house Sagittarius, right? So 10th house Sagittarius being that expansion of the career, and you want to explain how how you go through, you see what I'm saying, an interview maybe, or going from being a thousandaire to a 10,000aire to a 100,000aire, then to a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So it's like things like that, 10th house. But yeah, holler back at me. Do some more videos when I get the chance to. You see what I'm saying? The sun's shining nice right now. It's lit. I like this little shirt. It's got the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like shouting out the brand that don't give me a sponsorship. So once this brand give me a sponsorship, you see what I'm saying?